What if I told you there's a reason your body hasn't been getting stronger? Even though you've been doing everything right. You walk every day. You stay active.
My leg.
You try to eat better, yet somehow you still feel weaker. Simple things. Standing from a chair, climbing a few stairs, feel heavier than they should. Here's the secret. The one almost no one tells you, after 60, your muscles, they just stop responding to ordinary movement in the same way. Your body needs a different kind of signal, a trigger that tells your cells. It's time to rebuild. Walking alone, it can't deliver that signal. Even 10,000 steps a day won't spark that deep response. But that's not bad news. Actually, it's empowering. Because today, I'm going to show you 2 gentle, science-backed movements that send a clear message deep into your body. A message that says, grow stronger again. No gyms. No machines. No heavy weights, just you, gravity, and your own intention. And these aren't new. You might have seen them before. But I bet no one's ever explained why they work. What's actually happening inside your body when you do them? Because these movements don't just build muscle, they help your heart, your posture, your hormones, even your sleep. So if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but still not seeing results, you're not alone, and it's not your fault. Tell me in the comments, your first name, your age, where you're watching from. Your story matters here, and together. We're going to start from the beginning, where real strength truly begins. Let's talk about a quiet kind of power that often fades with age, the ability to push, to open a heavy door with confidence, to get up from a low chair, to push a grandchild on a swing. Most people don't notice they've lost that power until the moment they really need it. But one small movement, done correctly, can begin to restore it. It's called the wall press. And it wakes up the very system that keeps your upper body alive with energy. Here's the magic. When you press against a wall, you create this gentle, steady tension through your chest, your shoulders, your arms, and your core. That tension sends a powerful signal to your cells. It's a bit of a sciencey word, but it's important. Mechanotransduction. It's your body's way of telling your muscle fibers, hey, we need to rebuild here. Stronger and denser. Walking? It barely engages your upper body, but this simple motion, it activates more than half of your pushing muscles. Enough to reignite growth, even into your 70s or 80s. And it's so friendly to your joints. No impact, no strain, just your body and gravity, working together. The benefits go even deeper. This movement gently opens your chest, which helps realign your posture. It strengthens the muscles around your ribs, improving how deeply you breathe. Better breathing means more oxygen for your brain, which helps your energy, your mood, and your focus. It's a true mind-body connection. All right, here's how we do it. First, stand about an arm's length from a solid wall. Now, place your palms flat against it, right at shoulder height. Your fingers should point up. Keep your body in a straight line and pull your belly button in slightly. Slowly, bend your elbows, bringing your chest toward the wall, nice and controlled. Pause when your nose is just a few inches away. Breathe out and press firmly back to the start. That's 1 repetition. Perfect. Start with 8 to 10 reps. Rest for a minute. Try to do 2 or 3 sets, maybe 3 times a week, if it feels too easy. Just step back an inch a little too hard, move a little closer. You are in control. I remember a man named Harold. He was 74. He started doing just this. Wall presses every other day. After 4 weeks, he was standing taller. After 8 weeks, he could carry his groceries and garden again without that nagging shoulder pain. He told me, it feels like my arms finally listen to me again. That's not magic. That's reconnection. Now for the second movement. And honestly, this one might be the most important movement for protecting your independence for years to come. It's not glamorous. You won't see it in fitness ads, but it's the motion that decides whether you rise on your own or one day need a helping hand. It's the sit to stand. This isn't just an exercise. This is freedom training. Every single time you stand up from a chair, you're using the biggest muscles in your body, your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, the engines that keep you steady on your feet. When done with intention, this movement does incredible things. It retrains your nervous system. It reawakens your strength. And it even stimulates your body's natural muscle-building hormones. Why? Because your brain understands this movement is essential for survival. A study in the Journal of Gerontology found that older adults who practiced this just 4 times a week gained lean muscle and reduced their risk of falling by nearly 50%. Think about that. A 50% drop in fall risk. That isn't just a number. That's peace of mind. So let's do it right. Together, find a sturdy, stable chair. Stand in front of it with your feet about shoulder width apart. You can extend your arms forward for balance. Now lead with your hips. Push your hips back first, like you're about to sit down. Lower yourself slowly, with control, until you just barely touch the seat. Pause for just a second, then drive through your heels and stand tall. At the top, give your glutes a little squeeze. That's 1 rep. You've got this. Aim for 8 to 10 repetitions. Rest for 90 seconds, and try for 2 to 3 sets 4 times a week. Need to make it easier? Start with a higher chair. Want more of a challenge? Don't let yourself sit all the way down. Just hover for a moment. I'll never forget Rosa, 69 years old. She told me she always had to push off the arms of her couch to stand up. After 6 weeks of doing these sit-to-stands, she sent me a message. It said, "For the first time in years, I got up without using my hands. That's not just muscle. That's independence. That's dignity." If you're over 60, let me share a truth few trainers will tell you. You don't need to train harder. You need to train smarter. Muscle loss isn't a punishment. It's simply your body's way of saying, "Hey, I still need your attention." The solution isn't some punishing workout. It's small, consistent, focused effort. 2 or 3 sessions a week, just like this, can completely transform your strength, your balance, and your confidence. And remember, muscle is built when you rest, so sleep well. Drink your water. Eat enough protein. That's where the real growth happens. So my advice? Forget comparing yourself to who you were 20 years ago. This journey is about function, not perfection. If you can move with control and stand with ease, that is the victory. Progress, not punishment. Quality, not quantity. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Every single repetition is your body saying, "I am still capable." True strength after 60 isn't loud. It doesn't need to flex. It simply shows up. It shows up when you reach for a high cabinet without fear. When you rise from a chair without thinking about it. When you walk just a little bit taller than you did last month. That is the kind of strength that restores dignity. You didn't come here for entertainment. You came here because something inside you refuses to give up, and that is the most powerful thing of all. So today, let's stop waiting for someday. Let's stop wishing for when I'm ready. You are ready. Right now. Now is the moment to press. Now is the moment to rise. Now is the moment to begin again. If this message spoke to you, I'd be honored if you shared in the comments your name, your city, or just 3 simple words. I'm starting today. Because every movement matters, and so do you. You always have, and you always will.